We fell in love with her as Flaca on Orange is the New Black, and now she's going from acting to singing.
Here to join us in studio is the artist herself, Jackie Cruz, who is joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vintage.
So good.
Okay, we'll come through, Vintage.
Congratulations on the new single, the video. We premiered it yesterday on ET.
Thank you for that.
I keep seeing all your stories just stack up. The response is unbelievable.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Well, I have hives all over my body because I was so nervous to release, it's this song, and it's a part of me, and I've waited pretty much my whole life. I've been trying to write this song, and it just happened naturally and organically and at the right time, like right after Orange. And I've grown so much because of Orange is the New Black. I've become a woman on that show. I was a little kid when I first started, and I'm ready to be free. And when I realized that being myself, people were actually liking that, I was like, oh, I should just be me more often, and I should have, if I was little Jackie, I would tell myself not to worry, to chill out, and just, go through the journey, even with the ups and downs,
And, it's a big moment. Obviously, besides the pressure of it being, your debut single and video, it's also, the song is really, really emotional and about a very traumatic experience in your life. I mean, did that feel like, was it part of the healing process for you? What was your reaction?
Music saved my life. Yeah. Music. I always wrote, even in the hospital. And Melly was just this little girl who was 10 years old, and the doctors saw she was strong, and she said, there's this teenager coming in, and she's not really wanting to live anymore. We know that you're so strong. Would you talk to her? And she was 10 years old, and she said, yeah, I will. And she was like, you had brain surgery too, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I think you're really pretty. And here I am, shaved head, crooked eyes, crooked face, and she believed in me and saw the beauty inside me, and then that changed my life. So I dedicate the song to her.
And the music video is so, so, so beautiful. After it was finalized, the first time that you watched it, it had to have been so emotional. How did you react?
One of my really good friends who's a creative director, Sebastian Sigi, he's known me before, and he started my, music through Como la Flor with Selena, and to do this with him, and him create this story with me, knowing who I am, is just so powerful. And I feel free. It's the first time I share my picture. It happened 16 years ago. Yeah. I was 16, and the little girl who played me was 16. Wow. And I found her randomly through my fans, Wow. They tagged her, and I flew her out the night before. And she's never been on a plane before, and her dad trusted me, and now we have this beautiful story to share.
For those who are unfamiliar, can you remind people what actually happened and what the song's about?
Yeah, of course. When I was 16, I moved out. I was homeless. We were on our way to a Wango Tango concert.
That was my first concert.
For Kiss FM, right?
Wow.
We won some tickets, and she was, racing a car next to us, and she lost control of the wheel. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and I flew out the window 20 feet away from the car. I woke up, 2 weeks later, finding out what happened. My mother had to say goodbye to me. She even had a miscarriage because she wasn't eating because I was dying. You're her only child at the time. Now I have a sister. She's 11. Whatever. I'm her first love.
Her first best friend.
But it was just really powerful, and to see myself like that, I just felt like everything was over for me because I grew up watching, beautiful people on TV, and I never really felt represented, so it was already impossible. So after I saw myself, I was like, okay, it's really over for me. And I tried, to not live a few times. And my mother, was there for me, saying that I'm not supposed to be here and I'm here for a reason. Mm-hmm. And if it's just to tell my story, that's what it is. And yesterday felt so powerful because through visuals, it felt really special.
I bet. Yeah, I bet. Again, it feels like a weight is kind of lifted, right? It's almost in a way feeling like the beginning of the healing process, I'm sure.
And
yeah.
Is more of that healing process going to be on your upcoming album too?
Oh,
with
yeah.
More songs?
Yeah, I write about my experiences, love. My album name is Hija de Chavez. Nobody knows that my last name is Chavez, Jackie Chavez, and I grew up, with my father's last name, but we weren't together growing up, and I just wanted to create my own persona, and that's who Jackie Cruz is. And she's a person who I always wanted to be. So, you know, I talk about that. You know, I talk about love. I talk about, you know, a lot of things, and I'm really excited. And every name in my album is the women who inspired me. So it's Hija de Chavez, and then it's like all my tias, Lucia, Madeline, you know, Milly, Modesta, Diana, and then Melly.
I mean, to think about how far you've come, and obviously you're about to enter a really beautiful next chapter, which includes the end of Orange is the New Black. I mean, obviously there's not much you can give away, but can we ask you, do you feel content with the way Flocka's storyline is going to end?
Yeah, you know what? It's never a happy ending. It's prison, you know what I mean? So I'm just so grateful that I was discovered in this show because, again, I was told to come in with no makeup. And I just remembered the past of me, you know, being raw and already being beautiful without anything on. And I just went in there, I did my 2 lines, and I felt really confident. And I got a call 2 weeks later, and that changed my life. And Flocka, you know, she started with 2 lines, and season 4 became series regular. Yeah. So as an actor, I feel validated, you know, and I feel like Orange is the New Black was my master class. And I graduated college, and I'm ready for Hollywood.
Wow.
You know, I want to ask you, because we're running out of time, what would you say to the Jackie Chavezes out there, the young girls going through their own issues, but also have their own dreams to pursue?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, without all those problems in my life, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. If that accident didn't happen, I was in the wrong direction in life. It was like God slapping me to the face. I have a plan for you, and this is not it. You know, so, you know, I had to learn the hard way. But don't worry, like, later on in life, you'll realize why you went through those struggles, and that's a part of your journey, and that's what makes you grateful in the end. And never put a time limit on your dream, because it could happen at any moment. Like, I'm, you know, in my 30s now, and sorry, Hollywood, I'm actually 25. But fuck it, you know, I look young, so.
And look at,
I mean, I have a young spirit and an old soul, you know, so whatever.
And you are doing big things. Another thing that we have to congratulate you on, you are now the new face of Kat Von D's vegan mascara. Go
are you
big
kidding?
or go home.
And it's like, if I could like tell like myself, like, this is what's gonna happen to you, don't worry. Like, you never know. It could be 2 yeses out of 100 no's, and I get to be the global face of Kat Von D Beauty
Girl,
Mascara.
you look so good.
I don't look at you right there.
You know, when art becomes, you know, reality, like art, you know how,
art,
what is it?
Yes, art imitates life.
Art imitates life, but for real, like, I was, you know, Flocka with my YouTube thing, and now I'm living Flocka's dream.
That's right,
and my dream.
You're living your dream. Congratulations on all of this.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Soon, I know we don't have time, but Lady Gaga is Flocka's dream too. This line was skipped. It said, one day, Flocka, this is Flocka, I'm going to go to Hollywood and I'm going to make a song with Lady Gaga and call it Flocka.
That's right, you guys speak it into existence, girl.
Yeah, power of the spoken word.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Jackie.
No, thank
you guys make sure to watch Jackie's new music and special exclusive performance of her new song, Melly 16, on etonline.com/mas.